Hi everyone, Paige Panzarello here, the cash flow chick, and I'm going to talk today about collateral files. If you have ever taken a look at note investing, you will hear the term collateral file. What is that? A collateral file, there's actually two different types of collateral files in note investing. One is an electronic version, and I'll get into that in a moment. And one is actually called a hard collateral file. It's an actual physical, touchy-feely, tangible file with the original documents. All right. Why is that important? There are two different, you're going to see as a note investor, you're going to see both types of collateral files. Now, the electronic collateral file is the digital version of the hard copy collateral file, okay? You are going to see the electronic version of the collateral file before you actually buy the note. So the process is that you're going to make an offer to the seller of the note. If your offer is accepted, he or she is now going to send you the electronic collateral file. It is going to contain scans of all the original documents that pertain to that note, to that debt, right? The promise to pay. It's also going to have the mortgage or deed of trust. So the electronic collateral file is going to show you scanned copies of all of the documents that are associated with the note that you're looking to buy, okay? It's also going to have scans or PDF versions of other documents that you're not necessarily going to find in the hard collateral file. Meaning, oftentimes an electronic version of a collateral file is going to have a BPO, which is a broker price opinion. It will also often have letters or correspondence that has happened between the servicer and the borrower, statements on account, pay histories, collection notes. Collection notes are basically communications, a written log of communications between the servicing company and the borrower, okay? All of those things you're going to find, that and way more, you're going to find in the electronic collateral file. You would not find anything outside of the original documents, the wet stamped signature documents, and maybe a few other supplementary documents. Sometimes you're going to have all the loan origination papers, not always, but sometimes, in the hard file. But the hard file is kept to a minimum. It's literally just the original documents that are wet signed in a file folder that are also associated with that note. And the reason that you don't have all this, the same stuff that's in the electronic version, is because your hard copy collateral file would be this thick, and the servicing companies and custodians don't have space to house each file this thick. So the original documents are in the hard copy collateral file. The electronic collateral file contains oftentimes a lot more in terms of PDF documents and scans, okay? Because there's more space in a cloud-based server than in the actual physical hard file. Now, when do you get the hard file? You get the hard file after you buy the note. So before you buy the note, you're going to see the electronic collateral file, and after you buy the note, you're going to get the hard copy collateral file. All right, but they're essentially the same thing. Okay, and it's important in your hard copy collateral file that you have all of the wet stamp documents. Okay. And I teach you what all those documents are in my Building Wealth with Notes workshop on demand. There's an 5 basic minimums of the hard wet stamped collateral that you need to have in that collateral file. If you don't, it could negate your ability to foreclose on that loan if your borrower has stopped paying. That's a video for a different time. But again, the electronic version is the scanned version of the hard copy collateral file, the original documents, and you're probably going to find a lot more in the electronic collateral file than in the hard copy collateral file. Not always, but sometimes, okay? But there are some essential documents that you must have in that hard copy collateral file so as not to jeopardize your ability to foreclose on that note if your borrower has stopped paying and you can't work with them to get them to start paying. Okay, so that's the difference between an electronic collateral file and a hard copy collateral file. Both are paramount to your note investing career. And you will find that you're going to get copies of both as you proceed on your journey as a note investor. Again, if you're interested in learning more, go to buildingwealthwithnotes.com. We have an on-demand program, so I have set it up where you will have modules. I teach you everything you need to know about note investing, and I give you all the tools and resources to help you to be successful on your note investing journey. Again, go to buildingwealthwithnotes.com. You'll also find me on all the social media handles, of course, at the Cashflow Chick for Instagram, Cashflow Chick for Facebook, LinkedIn, all the rest of them, and YouTube, of course. All right, everybody. See you next time. Bye.